I'm taking. Let me just give me a minute. I want to take your time. Look. Okay, can you swear here? Can you swear? Okay. Fuck the Oscars, you know? Fuck the Oscars! Fuck you!
I first met Joseph, I think when he was working on the game Brothers, which I was a big fan of. So I think I played it, and then he sort of, went on the awards circuit, so I got to meet him, I think, at the Game Awards. I think at one year I remember I was hanging out with him at the BAFTAs in London with him and Hideo Kojima. So he's just, a guy who is super passionate about what he does, and Brothers I thought was a really different game with the mechanic with the brother. I think it was, a really powerful title. So we kept in touch since then, and then when I first started the Game Awards in 2014, we actually announced his game at the first ever Game Awards, which then was called Project Hazelight.
The reception for Brothers was overwhelming.
But him and I started talking that summer, and he's like, oh, I'm working on this new game. And I was such a big fan of Brothers. I'm like, why don't we announce it at Game Awards? So we kind of worked together, and he was like, let's announce it. And then he did a deal with EA. I think towards the end of that year, he said, oh, so let's announce that at Game Awards. So that was really my first interactions with him, were the release of Brothers and then announcing the game at the Game Awards in 2014. We knew he was coming, and he was working on the trailer. Obviously, he was going to debut. So I think we had emailed and stuff like that. But no, because I'm in the show, I don't really see him until he kind of shows up on stage. So I think he flew in that day, so he had just gotten off the plane. So no, the first time I saw him that day was when we went live on the show.
Here's the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Game Awards. You guys like that?
So, we knew we were going to show a trailer for A Way Out. And I think we were going to announce the launch date of it, and also the fact that you could play it co-op, but you could sort of gift the game to a friend to play through it. So I was kind of excited to share all that. And it was also a really interesting story in that the game had been revealed with us 4 years ago. And now here we were 4 years hence at Game Awards. So I love the idea of sort of bringing Joseph back to talk about it. So yeah, he came up on stage, and usually what we do at Game Awards is we have a developer do a bit of an introduction to set the context for the game. And he got up there, and we had some talking points of sort of what we were going to talk about. And Joseph, being himself, just came up with a lot of energy and a lot of passion to talk about, the game, but also I think he was fueled a little bit by a story that came out that morning in the LA Times, where I talked about how, my aspiration was to make the Game Awards as big as the Oscars, but for gaming. And, Joseph, bless his heart, his point of view was that he wanted to say that, the Game Awards don't need the Oscars. Like, video games are bigger than movies. So, I agree with the point. He obviously said it in a very, aggressive way and an excitable way, like he is.
Thanks to the astronauts for that announcement. Now I'm here with Joseph Ferris from Hazelight. Joseph, you were at the first Game Awards back 2014, announcing something named Codename Hazelight. Now we know it's A Way Out. It's coming out next year. So how does it feel to be back at the Game Awards 4 years later?
Look at me, man. How do I look? It's like, I'm telling you this, okay. There are like passionate people, there are crazy people, and there is me. I'm so passionate to be here. I'm so excited to be and meeting these industry people. It's crazy, man. Like, look, this is kind of insane. Like, we're here, we're celebrating this. Look, the Oscars should fuck themselves up. This is the shit. I'm telling you, this is the real shit. What is this? This is the interactive gaming. Look, I'm just saying this. Let me tell. Sorry, I'm taking. Let me just give me a minute. I want to take your time. Look. Okay, can you swear here? Can you swear? Okay. Fuck the Oscars, Fuck the Oscars. Fuck you. I'm telling you. This is bullshit. Look, here's the thing. The gaming industry is.
Everybody was talking about the Oscars, I'm like, what the fuck? Stop comparing to the Oscars. So when I went up on stage, I'm like, fuck the Oscars. And the audience got really excited. And that excited me even more. So I'm like, yeah, fuck that. But when you look at the video, you only see me screaming, but you don't hear the audience that much. But on the stage and everything, like, it was like a really cool environment. But But no, I know many people thought I was on drugs, but I don't take drugs. I don't even smoke weed, you know. So that's just me getting excited.
We're going to see tonight.
What can I tell you?
Yeah.
My friend, I'm telling you.
Yes.
We had slotted maybe 2 or 3 minutes for his interview, and then as he kept going on and on, we're like, wow, we need to get to the game trailer. What are we going to do? So I think they were saying into my ear, it's like, hey, we have to wrap him up. And you saw, I think a couple of times he's like, oh, let's show the trailer, and then we'll come back and talk about it more. I'm like, no, we just got to show the trailer and then we're done.
I don't have anything personal against the Oscars, but it was like the comparison got me, I got tired of it. I'm like, come on, stop fucking comparing. So that's why we said, fuck the Oscar. That became a thing. But so it wasn't any plan. I never plan stuff really, It's like I almost kind of improvise and go with the flow,
This is my time to shine, man. You know how proud I am to be able to see the streets.
The people who know me were like, oh, that's Joseph. I think for the new people, we're like, who the fuck is this guy? It's crazy. But I'm fine. I think this is fun. I don't really care. It's like, it was a good time.
I was fine with what happened. Again, he was very excitable. He's a passionate guy, and that's what I love about Joseph. Is he, wears his heart on his sleeve. So we talked a bit about it afterwards, and everything was good. And I was never angry with him or upset with him. He was just, I knew he was speaking from the heart, and I appreciate that.
I know you did.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
All right.
It's fucking
Joseph
fun.
Ferris.
I love this. Come on. Let's go. Yeah.
Joseph is a very passionate guy, and I really respect that about him. I think all his games are, told with a lot of heart. So, again, he wasn't attacking me or the award show. He was just talking about the general idea that, the Game Awards don't have to aspire to be the Oscars of gaming. We are big on our own. The game industry is bigger than the Oscars.
Many people look at me and say like, oh, how can he say this? And really, I'm only being myself. And what I'm saying, I'm just saying what I think, and that's it. And look, here's the thing. I always say that to people. If you want to live a life to be liked by everyone, it's going to be a life of problems. I have accepted that. I know that I respect people. I know that I treat people with love and respect. But I know also that I can say some things that people react to, and I'm fine with it. It's okay. Like, not everybody have to like what I say, but I'm still going to say what I say. You know what I mean?
If you keep talking, we're not going to be able to get to the game.
I will show you. Where were we?
Well, your game's coming out next year,
right?
right?
Yeah. So we have.
Yes.
Well, should we announce the thing?
I think you should announce the date and we should show the trailer. Yeah.
Let's look at the trailer. We can talk after.
No, we can't. This is
okay.
it.
Okay.
Let's
so
check out the trailer.
Wait. 1 second.
Yes.
Before we talk the trailer. So we have
TikTok.
something that we call it the Friends, but it's my idea from the get-go, from the first. I'm a passionate man. Nobody will ever, even if I do AAA, this is an independent game. But even if I do that, it will always be the game I want it to be.
All right.
We'll come to the point soon.
A Way Out. We got to go. Here we go. A Way Out. Coming out next year. Check it out. Joseph Ferris.
I'm still gonna have my
He's a
opinion because I don't have another mode. I can't follow scripts. Nobody can tell me what to say and how to say it. I don't follow anything like that. I'm a passionate gamer. This is the way I am, man. There's no other mode. I'm afraid.
Hey, Vincent, what's your plan after this?
I don't know. Haven't really thought about it.
You haven't thought about it?
A Way Out is a great game. I think the one challenge with it is that you have to play it in co-op, right? So it's like you're always playing with someone online. So it's I've had a lot of friends who's like, hey, I wanted to play it. I downloaded it, and I got to find someone to play. So it's obviously best played with friends, but it's a very powerful game, and I think it expands on a lot of the ideas in Brothers, but has better technology behind it and sort of a much bigger idea or premise to it. So yeah, it was what you expect from Joseph is not necessarily the most technically advanced game or the most in-depth gameplay. You expect a thought-provoking adventure with innovative gameplay, and I think he definitely delivered on that.
I love about taking risks. I love fucking with people's mind. If you look at a game like A Way Out, I've heard reactions that people say it's the worst ending ever in a video game. I love it. Because you hear that and you hear the best ending ever in a video game. That's what I love. I love when people react, you know what I mean? That they get pissed off or they get very happy. And it's really funny to see now how people, when they play the game, if you finish it, play on through, how they react to it. I really love that. And then the second game is going to be the same.
Joseph, as I said, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He's very emotional, and I think, you know, both Brothers and A Way Out, there's a lot of emotion to it, right? It's like the story of the two brothers, right? I mean, you know, Joseph will tell you he's got his brother as well, right? And I think that, you know, it plays into sort of his interpersonal relationship with his brother. So, you know, Joseph's passion, I think, shows through in all his work. He's never just going to do a traditional action game. He's going to do an action game that has a story or has emotional resonance to it.
That's just how it is.
Sounds great.
For me, I didn't think that it was such a big thing, really. Like, I didn't think, like, fuck the Oscar could be so big. I mean, now when I look at it, yeah, sure, people can react to it, but how, it's nothing weird about it.
We don't expect something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
And there, in that moment, come a guy like you that is passionate and impulsive, and it explodes. And
Yeah.
In some like, whoa.
But that's good. We need to fuck shit up a little bit, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, let's
I
fuck
love
it up. Let's do it. Come on.